The resurrection of Saint Joseph. Hi, the strange dream of the carpenter. In the peaceful village of Nazareth, after Jesus had fulfilled his mission on earth and resurrected, an old man lived quietly in the memories of the villagers. He was a simple carpenter named Joseph, the foster father of the Savior. Throughout his life, Joseph had lived righteously, loving the Virgin Mary and Jesus as his own son. One night, when the village lights had dimmed, Joseph suddenly saw a dazzling light fill his small room. Amid the radiant glow, an angel appeared, speaking in a voice that echoed through the air. "Joseph, righteous man, you, who cared for the Son of God in his childhood, now the Almighty wishes to grant you a gift, resurrection." Joseph was stunned, unable to believe his ears. He had lived a humble life, never expecting anything more than to see his son in glory. "Lord, I am not worthy," Joseph replied, but the angel smiled and said, "Because you have been faithful, life will be given back to you." Then the light vanished. Joseph felt an incredible energy flowing through his body. For the first time in years, he no longer felt the burden of old age. Tzuk, a miraculous reunion. The next morning, as the sun rose, Joseph stepped out of his home. His footsteps felt as light as a young man's. As he walked toward a nearby garden, he suddenly saw a man standing beneath an olive tree. The man turned around and Joseph froze in place. "Father!" The voice was more familiar than anything in the world. Standing before Joseph was Jesus, radiant with divine light. He stepped forward, arms open, and Joseph, like a child, ran into his embrace. "My son, I never thought I would see you again." Joseph choked up with emotion. Jesus gently placed a hand on his father's shoulder, his eyes filled with love. "Father, you have always been in my heart, and now you have been resurrected, just as my Father in heaven promised." Joseph was overwhelmed. He had never dared to hope for this day, to see his son in the glory of resurrection. The final mission. Joseph had not been resurrected to stay on earth forever, but he had one last mission. Jesus led him through villages where people still remembered the story of the righteous carpenter. He was given the grace to bear witness to God's power, to remind the world that resurrection was not only for Jesus, but was a promise for all who believed in him. And when his mission was complete, Joseph once again left the earthly realm. But this time, he did not enter death. He stepped into the eternal kingdom alongside his beloved son. Avor, the final message. Before leaving the world, Joseph left one final message. Love, be faithful, be humble, for whoever believes shall not die, but will live forever in God. The story of Saint Joseph's resurrection stands as a testament to faithfulness and unconditional love, a father's devotion to the Savior, and the reward for those who remain faithful to God.